Today's my last day of active duty service in the Coast Guard, and by the time you're watching this video, I will be officially separated. So I wanted to make this video to talk about why I haven't been posting on this channel, also just kind of recap as far as where we've gotten to this point and where I'd like the channel to go moving forward in the future. So the first thing is why I haven't been posting as frequently. And the honest reason is because I was focused on other areas of my life. My interests with the Coast Guard were not as high of a priority as some of the other things that I was actively working on. So if you've been following me for some time now, you've probably seen the progression from when I first started posting videos talking about the Coast Guard back in Florida when I was at Aunt St. Pete, to me going to ITA school and then getting stationed over in the DC area and talking about the cyber operations and some of that. But during that time period when I did move over to the DC area is also when I started talking a little bit more about personal finance, money saving hacks. I got my real estate license and I talked about that process on this channel. I ended up selling a house immediately after I got my license, which is pretty cool. And then from there, my wife and I ended up purchasing a property in DC, and we decided to rent out the basement on Airbnb, help save some money. I've always been an entrepreneur, and I've always been trying to do something that would give me the financial freedom to be able to pursue my interests and get my time freedom back. And when we decided to rent the basement on Airbnb, I started doing a lot of research, same as maybe you did when you were deciding to join the Coast Guard. And I just started researching and finding out that there was a lot of people that were able to become financially free through Airbnb, and I wanted that for myself as well. So over the last 3 years, I've really spent all of my time just focused on growing a business around Airbnb. I started a podcast, and maybe you've seen this other channel floating online called Short Term Sage, where I would talk and interview other people. And then I found a mentor and I started interviewing him, and I took his information and turned it into a course. And so I started selling a coaching program. We started a property management business, and I actually started raising money from investors to go out and acquire real estate. And all of this was happening behind the scenes for the past 3 years while I was periodically posting videos on this channel. I was also really focused on my business. So my interest kind of shifted from when I first created this channel to me just talking about the Coast Guard and stuff like that, to where I was more focused on entrepreneurship and this business that I had going on. I would still periodically post videos on this channel just to be able to talk about some things that I felt like were important and that nobody was talking about. And that's really because this channel has always been a passion project for mine. I never intended this channel to become a business or anything like that. It was really just me documenting my experience and trying to help other people that were going through a similar military journey. And I think that's why I really love this channel, is because it really is just showing you exactly what I've been going through and what you may be going through as well. Just giving some of my advice and some of my thoughts about, someone that is just joining the military or considering it, and how it can actually set you up for success. I'm really grateful for joining the military, and it's given me this foundation that allows me now to be able to leave the military to be able to pursue my interests full time. I don't need to work a full-time job anymore because of the things that I was able to set up while I was in the military. It allows me to be able to generate income such as real estate and my businesses. The Coast Guard for me has been one of the greatest investments in my life because, again, it gave me that financial security that I was looking for. And one of the last videos that I just posted on this channel, you may have seen, I said, hey, this video was sitting for around a year. I ended up not posting that video because I honestly kind of felt a little embarrassed. One part I'm talking about real estate and how you can actually become financially free through real estate. And then on my other channel, on this channel, I was considering posting a video talking about if you're feeling stuck in life, then join the military. So I felt that it was a little conflicted. It didn't feel authentic, but I ended up posting that video just because I thought that not everybody can invest into real estate. Not everybody wants to pursue real estate full time, and that's okay. Joining the military for me was where I needed to be at that point in my life, and I've spent the past almost 9 years of my life with the military, and it gave me a really solid foundation. People make full careers in the military. I never anticipated that I'd be 9 years in, but that's how long it took me. One, because of the contracts that you sign when you're in the military, but two was because I just didn't feel like I was ready to go out and pursue, entrepreneurship and pursue business full time. So what I really enjoyed about the military was that I could invest in myself, that I didn't have to worry about a lot of things that maybe other people have to worry about, because I had a really good foundation, and that allowed me to be able to invest into really myself. Military journeyman for me has always been just trying to help people that are interested in joining the military and using the benefits and then transitioning over to maybe the next part of your life. Maybe that is a full career in the military, which is awesome and it has some amazing benefits, but not everybody wants to do that. For me, I always felt like I've been 1 foot in and 1 foot out of the military. I love being in the military community, and I found a really great group of people that I connect with, which are, people that are entrepreneurs and real estate investors that are also active duty or prior service. But I've also always been trying to get out of the military because I wanted more of that time freedom back. For me, having the freedom to choose what I do and how I live has always been really important. If you've been following for some time, maybe you recall that my dad passed away from stage 4 cancer, and I talked about, some of the benefits of like space aid travel, which was something that I was personally using to be able to go and visit my dad when he was in Japan. Being in the military was great because it did support me and being able to spend more time with my dad, but I also felt kind of restricted because I wanted to spend as much time as possible and take him and do more things. The military, in my case, personally, has treated me really well, but I know that other people have not had the greatest experiences joining the military because you are serving your country and you're putting your country before everything else. And that's one of the things that really just didn't sit well with me, because for me, my priorities are my family and freedom. And when you serve the military, you give up your freedom in order for others to be able to have theirs. And now I'm at this point in my life where I'd like to be able to get my freedom back to be able to do the things that I want to do, which is be able to travel, be able to experience life, choose where I go, who I spend my time with. And again, I've been able to afford that because of the decisions that I made because I was in the military. So I am very grateful, and I think that the military has been a great platform for me to be able to grow my life. But now I'm at this place where I'm ready to go on to the next chapter of my life. And that takes me to where this channel and some of the content I plan on shifting. This channel for me has not just been a military related content. It's really just been me sharing my experiences and trying to educate people to help them transition and get the most out of life. Right now, I'm in a new transition point in my life where I'm constantly learning new things. We're planning on moving to South America and Japan. I have this business that's doing well. I'm also looking to take YouTube more seriously and to be able to create more content. Creating content is something that I've always done. I've been watching YouTube my whole life, and being able to help other people is something that I am honestly passionate about. This channel has just been a passion project. It hasn't been a money-making thing for me. That's what my other businesses are for. But being able to just help people that are trying to transition to be able to have more freedom and have better opportunities in their life, that's something that I'd love to be able to help more people with. So moving forward with the channel, I plan on just creating more content that I honestly want to talk about. Things like remote work, things like passive income, things like the military. There's some still amazing benefits that it's crazy that I don't see videos talking about this, but there's things like a skill bridge, TempSep, which is something that I'm currently doing, which basically allows you to separate from the military. And then if you decide to join back in, let's say, 2 to 3 years, you can retain your current rank and rate. Other things like disability compensation. There's a lot of really great benefits out there that I'd still like to be able to talk about. But again, I want to be able to do what makes me happy and where my passions are. And if I just said that this channel is just military related content, I probably wouldn't post that much on this channel and it would eventually die off. And quite honestly, I think that there's a lot of value on this channel and I have a lot to be able to provide, and I want to be able to do that, but I believe the content needs to grow and shift with me where I see my interests and my passions. I need to feel excited about the content that I'm creating, and I've been itching to create more content, but I always looked at this channel and said, this is a military channel. I talk about military stuff, and that honestly made me not want to be able to post that much because I was focused on other things in my life, like growing my business. It's been crazy to see people that have been watching my videos before they joined the Coast Guard, ended up joining, and then have separated and now are pursuing different things in their life. And I've met plenty of people that have joined the Coast Guard and are still actively in, and these videos have been able to help them choose where they want to go with their life. It's really funny when somebody spots me out on the street and they say, hey, I watch you on YouTube, and then I have to ask them which channel. I have a separate channel that just talks about like real estate and Airbnb, and that's with my business partner. And I have this channel, which is really just mine, and it's military content and finance and stuff like that. But I do want to be able to create more content, and I understand if maybe you just subscribe to this channel because you're just interested in the military stuff, and I get it if this is not where you want to see the content moving forward in the future, but I would like to be able to help people in a variety of different ways. We plan on moving to South America, so I'd like to be able to talk about finances and life living in another country as an American. We also plan on moving to Japan and want to be able to share that experience as well. Maybe I want to create some stuff that is just more fun and food related, like going to 7-Elevens and going to different places in Japan or Colombia, or I'm just creating content around being able to help people get remote work or start a business or passive income. The military is always going to be a part of my life. I am a veteran for life. So if you'd love to be able to continue to follow my military journey from where I started to being a veteran and traveling and making money in a variety of different ways, I'd love for you to continue to subscribe and comment down below. I promise I'll be more active in the comment section. Again, I've just been more focused on some different areas, but I want to be able to come back and create more valuable content and grow this community for people that really just want to be able to enhance their lives. So thank you so much for being subscribed to this channel for all these years and for all the encouragement. Really, I would not have kept making videos if it wasn't for you. There was a lot of struggles with creating content while being active duty in the military, which there's probably a separate video that I can talk just about, why there's no Coast Guard YouTubers. But yeah, it was because of you guys, all the recruiters that have been watching me all these years, everybody in the comment, all the veterans, Coast Guard veterans that have been supporting me and helping to share these videos and bring people to this channel. Thank you so much to everybody, and I just want to be able to continue to provide more value to you all, but just in the way that brings me a lot more joy as well. If you decide to unsubscribe, I do wish you the best, and thank you so much for being a part of this journey so far. I'll talk with you all in the next video.